You're on I-580, the clock ticking, and the bridge warning lights are flashing. High-profile vehicles, tall trucks and trailers, banned. Every driver who's been out here more than a year carries a mental map, and on it there's a list of bridges you don't gamble with. 10 bridges ranked bad to worst. The wind speed restriction numbers posted at each bridge, the wrecks that tell the story, and the survival move each one forced into existence. These aren't ghost stories. Every bridge's wind chart, the posted wind speed limits for trucks, is a published state policy, and every flipped rig was reported in local news or an accident report. The crack in the I-40 bridge at Memphis that nearly brought it down is on drone footage the state released. And the worst bridge on this list has a rule so strange it sounds made up. Stick around to hear it. Let's get into it. Number 10. The Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, I-580 in California. A long, exposed, double-deck steel crossing that gets none of the Golden Gate's fame and plenty of its wind. The entry-level rule of this whole countdown, empty trailer plus posted wind warning equals you're done. December 2nd, 2012, around 4:30 in the morning. An empty tractor trailer overturned on eastbound API 580 just east of San Quentin. The California Highway Patrol, CHP, said the driver ignored the high wind warning signs. The rig blocked the left lanes for more than 5 hours. Number 9. The Golden Gate Bridge, US 101, a world-famous landmark that will put a truck on its side just as fast, and the whole world watches. January 14th, 2023, around 6:30 in the evening, a storm with gusts up to 75 miles an hour knocks an empty semi onto its side. CHP shuts US 101 in both directions. The driver is pulled from the cab. The bridge reopens 3 hours later. Picture the scene. The Golden Gate in storm. A semi lying across the lanes. Emergency lights on wet pavement. Your international news. And getting your rig upright takes time the whole world watches. Number 8. The George Washington Bridge, E95 between New York and New Jersey. The busiest crossing in America, and a single empty trailer on the exposed upper deck can block the Northeast's main road. February 24th, 2016. Winds around 50 miles an hour. An empty trailer flips on the upper level, lands across westbound lanes, and spills diesel. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey issues an immediate tractor-trailer ban on the upper deck. 3 bridges in, 3 flipped rigs, and every one of them was empty. Driving empty, deadheading on the GWB in strong wind is risking being the reason the entire Northeast stops. Number 7. The Verrazzano Narrows Bridge, I-278 in New York. Same city, different bridge, and this one publishes a list. When the wind picks up, the MTA, New York's transit agency, bans all tractor-trailers, house trailers, step vans, those boxy delivery trucks, and cars pulling trailers. That's not advice. That's your rig, named on a public order. January 21st, 2019, around 7 at night, a tractor-trailer overturns on the upper level. Officials blame high winds. Both directions shut down. When the Verrazzano posts that ban, ignoring it means everyone behind you sees your company name on the evening news. Quick stop. Which one of these would you warn a rookie about first? Drop it in the comments. That's how I know who actually made it this far. And while you're down there, hit subscribe. It costs less than the toll on the next bridge, the Sunshine Skyway, where 35 people died before the rules were written. Number 6. The Sunshine Skyway Bridge, I-275 in Florida. The Skyway Drivers Cross today exists only because a freighter knocked the original into Tampa Bay. 35 dead. The state now closes this bridge at 40 miles an hour sustained wind. That's the steady wind speed, not gusts. And the history is why no driver argues. May 9th, 1980, around 7:30 in the morning, the freighter Summit Venture hit a pier in a sudden, fierce wind. Over 1,200 feet of bridge fell. 35 people died. The current rule, the Skyway closes at sustained winds of 40 miles an hour. Florida doesn't shut this bridge at 40 for fun. They already lost one. Number 5. The Astoria-Megler Bridge, US 101 on the Oregon-Washington line. The longest continuous bridge of its kind in North America, 4 miles across the Columbia River, where it meets the ocean. November 19th, 2012, a semi overturned during a Pacific storm, while a wind gauge at Megler recorded a gust of 101 miles an hour. The bridge closed end to end. Authorities waited for the wind to drop before even sending a tow truck. 101 miles an hour is not weather you drive in. It's weather that grounds the tow truck. Number 4. The Hernando de Soto Bridge, I-40 at Memphis. Every bridge so far has been about wind. This one is the danger you can't see. May 11th, 2021. An inspection crew finds a fracture in a 900-foot horizontal steel beam. The bridge shuts down immediately. ARDO, Arkansas's transportation agency, released drone footage from 2019. It showed the crack was already visible 2 years earlier. The 2019 and 2020 inspections missed it. That means the danger was known but ignored. Kayakers' photos later showed evidence as far back as 2016. For 5 years, roughly 26,500 trucks a day crossed that beam. The peak cost of trucking was around $2.4 million a day. You can't escape a cracked beam you don't know about. So when you see something on a bridge, you photograph it and call it in. The next driver over it might be you tomorrow. Number 3. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge, US 50 and 301 in Maryland. Now we're over open water, and on this bridge, you can go through the wall. August 10th, 2008, before 4 in the morning. John Robert Short, 57, hauling refrigerated chicken as a last-minute favor. A Chevy Camaro crossed the center line. The 19-year-old driver had fallen asleep and struck his rig. The truck went through the concrete barrier, tearing a 10 to 15-foot opening, and fell at least 30 feet into the bay. Short died. First time a vehicle had gone off the bridge into the water in 56 years. Two-way traffic was in effect. Most deadly bay bridge crashes happened during two-way traffic. Later that morning, search boats were on the water. The wall that was supposed to hold had collapsed. Why? Because a car in your lane at 4 a.m. did what no wind ever had. Number 2. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, US 13 in Virginia. 17 miles of open ocean trestle. A long, low bridge over water. 5 times longer than the last crossing. Low guardrails. This is the only bridge on this list whose wind chart ended up in a $6 million lawsuit. February 9th, 2017. Joseph Chin, 47, hauling empty pallets, waited out level 4 wind restrictions. The bridge uses numbered wind restriction levels. The Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, CBBT, dropped restrictions to level 1, letting all semis cross. His truck went over the side and he died. That death led to a $6 million lawsuit. His widow sued. A wind gauge at Island 4 recorded 50-mile-an-hour winds. The policy allowed only 46 for light trailers. The suit attacked the use of average wind speed instead of gusts. The current policy, level 1 at 40 miles an hour. Tractor trailers need at least 15,000 pounds of cargo. Empty or light is banned. A level dropping doesn't mean the gusts are gone. The emptier the trailer, the lower the speed that puts you in the water. Number 1. The Mackinac Bridge, I-75 in Michigan. The Mackinac Bridge stretches 5 miles across the Straits of Mackinac. That's where Lake Michigan meets Lake Huron. It's the only bridge in America where the state will send someone to drive your truck across for you. The wind policy, sustained 35 to 50 miles an hour, means mandatory escorts for high-profile vehicles. Speed 20 or less. Above 65, the bridge closes. And then the driver assistance program, staff available 24/7. If you're not comfortable driving across, they drive your vehicle through. Cost? $10 plus the toll. South side, pull on to the wide shoulder north of exit 339 and call bridge services. A driver pulls onto that shoulder, dials the number. A bridge authority vehicle pulls up. A calm staff member climbs into the cab, takes the wheel. The rig rolls across 5 miles at 20, wind pushing the windows, the driver in the passenger seat watching the blue water far below. The smartest move on this list costs $10. Hand the keys to the man the state pays to be less scared than you. 10 bridges, 1 pattern. Every wind-flipped rig here was empty or light. The wind never flipped a loaded patient truck on this list. It flipped the empty ones, the hurried ones, the ones that drove past the signs. The wind chart, the Escort, the $10 assistance driver. None of it insults a driver's pride. It's there because the states calculated the risks on gusts versus trailers, and the trailer keeps losing. The drivers who plan their week around these crossings, they're not cowards. They carry the map that says where not to go. What's the one bridge you'd warn a rookie about? The one on your own no-go list. Name it and the state. We read every single comment, and the best ones become the next video. Subscribe if you want more of this map. The toll is free, which is more than you can say for crossing most of these. Until next time, stay safe out there.